skips. We're talking about albums, individual albums that you don't skip any songs on. And today, the album that I have for you is from a band called Skillet, one of my favorites. This album called Collide. Now, the original version of this album came out in 2003, but it was so popular that they actually re-released it in 2004 with an additional song. It was one of those rare moments in time where you actually went and got that special edition CD for just the extra song, because that extra song was that good. The extra song I'm referring to is called Open Wounds. It is one of my favorite tracks. It kind of talks about like the people who are supposed to love you in life who don't, and all they leave you with is open wounds. And I thought that song was very meaningful to me, especially when I was, growing up. Another song on the record is Savior. It's like one of the biggest songs that Skillet has ever had in their career. And this was at a time where Skillet was trying to figure out what their identity was. Skillet started in the, I want to say, mid to early 90s. When they first came out, they were wrapped up in the grunge scene, kind of like Nirvana, trying to figure out their identity. Then they kind of got into more keyboard rock, which was kind of interesting. Now they get into hard rock, the early 2000s aggressive hard rock where the guitars sound dirty, the drums are aggressive, and the singers are as well. I think as far as a vocal performance is concerned, John Cooper, the lead singer of Skillet, does an amazing job in this record. He doesn't scream a ton, but when he does, it's meaningful. It adds something to the song. It's not just a bunch of screaming, just a scream. Lori Peters is the drummer for Skillet. She does a great job. Corey Cooper, John's wife, is actually the keyboard player for the band. She also plays, I believe, guitar as well. And then you have Ben Kasica, who plays lead guitar on the record. All four of them make up Skillet, at least as it was back in 2003. If you're looking at, newer stuff by them, John and Corey have stayed on, but the people around them have changed. But to go back to this record again, to me, it is an amazing record, top down. There's only one song on it that's slow. Everything else is upbeat, aggressive, in your face. So if you are that type of rock and roll fan, you're going to love this thing. They are a Christian band. They're a faith-based band, so you will see elements of that, but they don't just come right out and try to hit you over the head with the Bible. That's not what they're trying to do on this CD. But again, Collide, again, it came out in 2003, special edition in 2004. One of my favorites. And just to highlight a couple of songs, obviously Open Wounds, we already talked about that one. Savior, you also have A Little More. That is the one slow song on this record, but basically it talks about if we just had a little bit more love in the world, how much better would we all be? And it's a really, really great tune, kind of that acoustic rock that the early 2000s were famous for. Some of the other ones that I love that are definitely upbeat, you have Imperfection, which is a great one. You also have Forsaken, which is another great one. But again, 11 songs on the special edition, and I would encourage you to get that special edition because you don't want to miss out on Open Wounds, the song. But again, the album Collide, the band Skillet, it is a no skips album. Listen to it. Tell me if you skipped any songs. Let me know down in the comments below.